Oh, sorry. I didn't know the video started yet. I was just fixing my hair, trying to look cute for the video. Just got a new hairdo and everything. That being said, though, let's start this video. What's up, YouTube? My name is Nitrous7000, and I'm a broke boy who loves theater. Therefore, I have to watch most of the shows I see online. If you can relate to this, or if you're interested in Broadway or theater in any capacity, don't forget to subscribe to join the Broke Boys theater community. And no, it's not just for guys, we accept everyone here. And with that being said, today I'm going to be doing another theater review. But before we get into that, stay tuned until the end of the video to find out what I'm going to be reviewing next. With that being said, let's get into the video. Ratatouille the TikTok musical was started by a woman named Emily Jacobson, or E_JACCS on TikTok. Now, it all started when Emily made a short little song about Remy the rat from the movie Ratatouille, and she posted it on TikTok. Eventually, the song blew up and it became an online phenomenon. And in reaction to this, a whole bunch of TikTokers started making content about a possible musical, and eventually it became a full-length musical. The whole story behind this whole thing is actually really cool, and if you're interested in learning more about it, I posted some links in the description, so go ahead and check those out. The show was created during the virus while most everything was on lockdown, and fortunately for us, you actually can find it online on YouTube, and you can watch it for free, at least at the time of this video. So I'll also put a link to that in the description so you guys can watch it for yourself. And to my knowledge, this show never had a physical production. The show was directed by Lucy Moss and was composed by numerous people from the TikTok community. Some of the show's stars are Titus Burgess as Remy, Andrew Barth Feldman as Linguini, and Ashley Park as Colette. Now before we go any further, I just want to say they did a fantastic job of choosing Andrew to play Linguini, because if you look at the actor and the character from the movie side by side, at least in my opinion, they look exactly alike. So that was a pretty cool thing to see. The story of Ratatouille the TikTok musical is the same as Ratatouille the movie, but for those of you who aren't familiar with the story, minor spoilers ahead. Now the story of Ratatouille is a story of a rat who goes on a journey to become a famous chef. Now whether or not he becomes one or not, you guys are going to have to watch the musical or the movie, or both, to find out for yourself, because I'm not going to spoil that here. Now, there are three main things that worked for me in this show. Number one, the music. Now, this soundtrack could have easily been a mess because the musical has numerous composers, but I actually enjoyed most of the songs, so I think they did a really good job for the most part. Number two, the creativity. Now, the people who made this TikTok musical made a lot of creative choices while they were making it, and I think for the most part most of them worked as well. For instance, one of my favorite moments in the show is towards the beginning of the musical, in a song called Anyone Can Cook. And what happens is there's two actors who are basically the backup dancers for the song, but they use the TikTok filter to make it look like there's 6 backup dancers. So I thought that was pretty cool. Number three, the cast. Now, I'm not familiar with all the cast in this production of the musical, but there are 3 famous people that I know who are part of this show. Number one, Titus Burgess from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I've seen a handful of episodes of that. Number two, Kevin Chamberlain from the Disney show Jessie. And growing up with only sisters, I've seen a lot of episodes of that. And last but not least, Andre DeShields from Hadestown. Now I haven't seen Hadestown because your boy's broke, but I have seen Andre on a lot of the ads regarding this show. Also, I have to say that with the all-star cast that this musical definitely has, it would mean nothing if the show itself was basuda. And fortunately, in my opinion, it wasn't. Now, my top 3 favorite songs from this musical, in order from what I like the most to which one I like the least, are number 1, Remember My Name, number 2, Kitchen Tango, and number 3, Anyone Can Cook Reprise. Now, on to the bad. Now, there's 2 things that didn't really work for me in this musical. Number 1, there's generally a rule in storytelling where it's generally better to show, not tell. And in this musical, there was a lot of moments where I felt like they're telling us a lot of things when they could have shown it to us. Because I think it would be more exciting if we were able to see some of these events play out. So that's 1. And 2, there's a romance that happens between some of the characters in the story. And I'm not really sure how the movie handles it because I haven't seen the movie in a long time. But I know that in the musical, the romance is kind of skipped over. I mean, we hear about it and we see it a little bit, but it's not really, we don't really get, we barely get to see it, you know what I mean? And I felt like that was a weird choice. I was like, what's the point of having this romance if you're not really going to do anything with it? Or you're not really going to show us how it came to be and make it feel genuine. So that's all I have to say on the bad. Now, what do I give Ratatouille, the TikTok musical? Drum roll, please. An 8 out of 10. Now, this musical was absolutely a joy to experience. Since the virus happened, I've seen a few other virtual theater shows, and I've even been in one myself in college because I went to college to major in theater. And I know that making something feel theatrical when through video, especially when the actors aren't all in the same location, is hard. But in all the attempts to do this that I've seen so far, this was hands down the best. Now that we're almost at the end of the video, I will announce the next show that I will be reviewing next. Tick Tick Boom. Now, usually I give you all the chance to vote, but recently I just found out that a film version of this musical just came out on Netflix on Friday and was directed and partially produced by my boy Lin-Manuel Miranda. For those of you who don't know, some of the things Lin-Manuel Miranda is famous for is creating Hamilton and writing all the music from Moana. So yeah, of course I'm gonna have to break up the usual voting routine and check this out. Thank you for reaching the end of the video. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, share with your friends and people you know, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I post. And with that being said, subscribe.